Doctor, baby, a free buy, be a sacco. It's like, what should I buy planting? It's just a tag. Some more. Um, yeah, some more. Doctor, I'm on hot me. Yeah, yeah. I mean, talent will always be there, right? So I, me, fine artist too. I draw very well, but yeah, but I'm not using it. That is the only thing. I did art all my life, right? Say min draw pikin in this country. I say me share me them, and sometimes even if I draw, ebe conclude me jaye. You see, I'm not really doing it to make money. So that is the point. When I was young, I used to do any amount of fun. And doctor. No, so I'm very disciplined when it comes to, I mean, getting money out of something. But we know, and I'm saying yes, it came free when I'm here, and I'm the fast anything. I am every point I'm major. Into I quite say a idea or honum. Meet my job picked up Mr. Medromin road. Meet my a class was or I wear meaning so sad. No, my draw Teresa. A class with the Casasani at was. Oh, yeah, they under war. Under. Hmm. A class where yeah, train on Abekasa. Oh, oh, oh. Kgs deɛ de yɛ wɔ yɛde yɛ anɔma anaasɛ deɛ oh okay ɛna m friends under deɛ under work okay what I did was nka kɛntɛn yɛde si wɔ si a na yɛde aburo agu asɛ na yɛde aba asi hɔ nti a yɛtwe yɛn nanom abɛhyɛ mu I didn't know sɛ sɛ ɛna obi tumi kye no wɔ soro kobolo style anyway before anything no abusuafo yɛbɛda mo ase sɛ every Monday bi a yɛfrɛ mo a moba na mobɛ support so we really appreciate it and Muntin so na de bia PK or you busy Monday. Nye easy. You to come from Saturday, Sunday back and forth just to make this happen. All because of you. And we don't take you for granted. Update kakrebi na wako. And I'll give a back pass to Ivy. So or Swa. PK Ivy Abaso. Can you locate her? Um okay. So small update. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Well said, PK. Any kakra bi na ya update. I'm someone who use WhatsApp, no. We've already introduced WhatsApp. You can use your WhatsApp to send money to various countries. Right now, no, Mexico, Brazil, to send money, yeah. So you just click on the WhatsApp. You have a link, a number where you write, I want to send money to Ghana. MTN, this is the number recipient, and you go ahead instead of going to log in the. Yes, perfect. Yeah, perfect. So it is linked to your number. Yeah, so after na enroll, it will be going all the corridors. But for now, Ghana is not part. We have Mali, India, and other countries. Omo ye test. Omo ye guinea pig na bibiba ya correct. Until very soon, Ghana will be added on it. Until you so yeah. Um, the next thing we have to talk about a fraud. Please, yeah, domododo. We don't want to be seeing yɛn nkurɔfoɔ sɛ wɔbɛyɛ under attack. Nti yɛsrɛ mo tap tap yɛnyɛ meeting bi a yɛregye code bi a na yɛsɛnde code bi a. If you come on this show, woba bisua adeɛ. Nti obi a ɔbɛfrɛ obiara sɛ PK say anaasɛ show ne say no, mesrɛ mo ma mo follow up. Obi a ɔbɛsɛnde o code bi a ɔbɛka kyerɛ mesrɛ stop no hɔ nom a you can call and follow up from there. Your ambassadors are all across. So on TBBS, you can reach out, they can explain it to you. That's why we try our best to come down to the ground so the bamboo number who say okay we will free her we you must say now I am more secure than my mamun just pick a call and then answer them anyhow. Yes, the last thing and a big surprise coming. M say World Cup me again and because you bought 3 matches. Hey Charlie, you better qualify rough. And I believe it across my heart. If I've him text it, they said, yeah, we used to tap on Vim on. I mean, we are going to qualify, but for the first 3 matches, yeah, surprised. There are a lot of watch parties. Say, oh, watch party be a more yeah, Ghana for be ball. Now you can reach out and see if you can also be present at that day. But your location, be to say, Philly, other party, yeah, yeah, yɛbɛnya Ghana community ne big. Nti yɛpɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛhyia na yɛhwɛ ball no ɛbom. Sɛ woba a, we are just doing a surprise bi. We send it at least $50 that time a yɛbɔ ball na you receive a special gift bi wɔ hɔnom. Nti ɛno ɛna ɛwɔ hɔnom. Deɛ ɛka ho no nso yɛsɛ yɛ promo bi. I don't know sɛ if Ivy is already here, yɛbɛ pass it on to Ivy nanka. Sɛ nyɛ saa nso a A-class wobɛtumi ahomete ho no aka w'asɛm no na yɛakɔ anymore. Why?
All right, so quickly, it was for him. Will be a good evening. Quickly, on the Mifia promotion of. Let me go to the message. Yes, no, that's yeah, no. No, okay. So once more the co-host, once more the co-host, once more the co-host. So the Mifia promotion at the moment, 1 a.m. UK time. And I think what it 7 hours or so then film for Canada and 5 hours for USA, depending on what in the States now. And they'll be running a draw at that time, no? And 2 winners will be picked and to get tickets to go and watch the match, for free. Internet, I don't know. But which is she can come on and go further into more details about how. So 1 a.m. What wait to Johnny Biano. The link have been sent to the Friends of Tata Send page and so. So if and you remember back, we do Tata Send segments now. Remember. But so all kinds will take like.
Yeah, be Yante me pacho.
Good evening. Pastor, what's me?
Go Black Star.
Oh, I got my camera, the landscape, right?
Ube activate rotate in our phone. So then
Oh, okay, hold on. I'll get used to it. Every time I come on, it's the same thing, right?
perfect. Perfect.
Oh, lovely. Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Oh, thank you. Are you sure? May for me here. We're getting to that. Oh, don't say that. I have hope. Please, don't break my heart all the time. Please. This is very short. As you know, we were running the promotion, giving someone a chance to win 2 tickets to Canada, in Canada, sorry, I should say Ghana v Panama. And so that raffle is over. So we're doing the live draw today, where we will be picking the winner. So it will be Canadian time, 8 p.m. I'm not sure what that means for people in the US. So of course, depending on where you are, but it will be UK 1 a.m. and Canada. Of course, most people that entered were in Canada. That's why we've gone with the time, because most people that entered are in Canada. So we would love, so via, if you entered, make sure that you are enjoying us. And even if you haven't entered, we would love to have you so that you can have a look at how Mifia do our draws, learn a bit more about what we do. Say. Yeah, so the deadline's over. So it's finished, it's closed. It's today that we're picking the winner. So the winner's going to find out today. Yeah. Well, we would call them and we will email them. So normally we have terms and conditions. We give you about 48 hours. If we don't find you, we email you, we call you, sir, you don't pick up. We'll just move on to the next person. But normally we've not had that. Normally we find people. So hopefully they're on. It's nice when they are on because they can answer, everybody can meet them, they jump on the live. It's a really nice short session. So I would love for everyone, invite everybody to come and join and watch the live draw. Oh wow. Hey, that's serious. This is a serious question. One is a talent. And I, I don't know. Definitely, I have to think about it.
Message from who? I'm very thank you. But now I'm focused on the message. Message from who? No. Thank you. And amen. I have to meet OC. I have to meet him. Yeah. I've heard. I am. I am. My days are long now. They start early and they go late. So yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad problem. That's not a bad problem. Yeah, I like that. Oh wow. Useless talent. Do I have one? I mean, okay, okay, no dear. And mom, okay. It's like, well, it's not useless. It's very useful though. It's a very important tool. I guess, hey, I guess I won't call it for concern, because that sounds so bad. I'll call it intel. Information, intel. So I think that's my useless talents. Yeah. Uh, that's the polished way, yes. In fact, no, I agree.
It's
I think
necessary.
you should. It's only right.
PK is necessary. Just lines.
It's necessary, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so updates. Well, we had one about 5 hours ago. Nowadays, you blink and it's a new update. The most recent one has to do with H-1B. So that's for work visas, people who are out of the United States or they're in the United States and a company wants to file for them to stay here and work. Up until sometime last year, this administration said that you can't do that unless you're going to pay $100,000 for the person that you're filing for. And that's only applied if the person was outside of the country. So if, let's say, somebody was sitting in, in Ghana, they just finished KNUST and they have an engineering degree or something, and a company here wanted to file for them. In the past, their company would just, go through the process. You pay at most maybe between 1,500 to maybe 4,500, nothing more than $5,000 for the company to pay. And then the person can come to the United States. Well, Mr. Donald Trump stated that that was abusing the system and that the entire purpose of the program, the H-1B program, was to supplement the workforce in the United States, and it wasn't supposed to replace. And so the administration felt that the companies were hiring outsiders rather than considering insiders. So if you're going to bring someone from a foreign country to the United States to work on H-1B, you have to pay $100,000 in addition to the person's salary and everything else. Obviously, most companies would suffer because if I pay you 100,000, then what am I going to pay you for salary? And so a lot of people weren't able to get jobs because of this requirement. Well, today, and I'm excited because it was a federal judge in Boston, so in Massachusetts, that's my state, issued an order that's not valid. It's not lawful, executive order. It's not proper because it sounds like it's a tax. You're basically adding a tax to companies being able to bring foreign workers into the United States. And by the Constitution, the only person or the only entity that can add a tax is Congress, and you're not Congress. So basically, the judge just rendered the executive order null and void, I'll say. I was going to use a different word, but we'll call it that. And so it just happened today. USCIS hasn't said anything, but going forward, because what the judge has said is the law, any company who's trying to bring someone to the United States should not be required to pay that $100,000 anymore. So that's the latest, fresh off the press announcements. And then last week, Friday, I think like 3 or 4 days ago, there was another major update. This one affects more people. If you remember, ending of last year, around December or so, this administration said that if you're from the 39 countries, there's about 20 countries and another 19 countries. If you're from any of those, I think Nigeria was one, I believe Togo, Haiti, Afghanistan, it's a lot of countries. They all had a ban, either a full ban or a partial ban, but more or less they were banned from coming to the United States. Earlier this year, USCIS, which is a separate agency, they're the ones that process the work permits, the green cards, the citizenship. They said, okay, if you're from any of those 39 countries that the Trump administration has banned from entering the United States, even though you're here lawfully, we will take your application, we will accept your money, but we will not give you a decision. So they paused adjudication, which is just a big word for giving you an actual decision, processing your case. We will not give you a decision if you're from those 39 countries. And so a lot of people, let's say someone who came here with a green card, you know, they have their green card, they've been here, they pay their taxes, they haven't committed any crimes, they've gone to apply for citizenship, but just because they're from Haiti or just because they're from Nigeria, immigration won't give them a decision. Or most of the people that I saw suffer with this policy were people that were students. They came in as students, maybe from Nigeria, from Haiti, or from different parts of the world. They completed their school. It's time for them to apply for what's called OPT so that they can work and get work experience. But now, because of this policy, the application was accepted, the money was taken, but no decision was given. So with this order by the judge last Friday, again, USCIS has been really quiet, unless they've said something I haven't heard about, but we haven't heard anything yet. But as of this Friday, that ban on applications from the 39, for the people from the 39 countries that are in the United States is no longer effective. The suspension, let me clarify, the suspension of the applications of individuals in the United States who are from any of those 39 countries is no longer in effect. Now, the travel ban is still in effect. So if you're outside, that still stands. If you are in the United States and you're from any of those countries, it doesn't stand. That is the two biggest updates by God's grace. If, you know, this month goes the way we're expecting, we should also hear a decision from the Supreme Court about the birthright citizenship, which is a very big topic right now. There are people that have been here for years. They have given birth to children. They're, you know, waiting for their kids to turn 21 so that their child can file for them. As of right now, that is still possible. We will find out ending of this month from the Supreme Court whether birthright citizenship is still the law of the land. And birthright citizenship means that if you were born in this country, doesn't matter what status your mother has, doesn't matter what status your father has or does not have. If you're born on US soil, you are a US citizen. But we'll know in a couple of weeks whether that's still the case. And that's the updates I have for now.
All right. See, I like the way you keep it so short and simple.
I'm a short person. I got to keep it short like me. So.
Then you give us more room for questions.
Exactly.
I like that. So with that being said, does that mean we can bring you back the first week of next month to get an update? Yeah, to get an update for the birthright citizenship.
You're gonna put me on the spot.
Well, you told us about the pending update, so I think we would like to hear from you.
What would that be? July 6th?
Yeah, sure.
That's the first Monday.
Yeah, sure.
It's open for now, but we'll see. It depends on how my 4th of July goes. My weekend is, I rest. I work a lot, but I rest a lot too. So the weekend is a lot. Yeah, we'll see, but we'll talk.
All right. Well, I don't know if the director is gonna cancel the July 6th show.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But then
if the following week, maybe yes, we can make that work.
Okay. We'll just make sure we get some good updates by then, so we can take it from there. Well, family, today was very beautiful and short. Usually we go 45 minutes non-stop. Boom, 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 updates. But today was very beautiful and short. So if you have any question, if you want to speak, you put your emoji hands up. Not in the chat session though, because some people don't know that we did to chat session, and honestly, I wasn't reading that, and the person got mad at me for not calling her to speak. But my patron, please, if you put it in the chat session, crap or now, I may unmute you. But then, if possible, just put your emotion. Go to reaction on the bottom next to the chat. So hit that and go to reaction and put raise your hand. Once you do that, I'll go ahead and call you so that you can ask your question, please. If you have any question. For the meantime, while we're waiting, Lawyer, can you please drop in your
information? Sure.
Yes, your information in there. And also I'm pretty sure producer and director have dropped the link to the Friends of Tata Sand and also the HRTV family platform. Please join that platform so that we can have a good discussion in terms of the topics. And those of you, and understand, those of you who send me messages privately about, oh, we want to hear this, we want to see this person come on the show, I totally understand that. Because like I said, I've grown to understand that I need to tolerate almost everyone if I can, because not everyone want to speak on a platform where we have over 300 people on it. You know, not everyone have that, you know, desire to do that. So in case you have something to say and you don't want to put on the platform concerning the shows that you want to see, just send me a back door. And in case you have a different suggestion about how you think we should run the shows too, please send me a message and let's talk about it. I'm very open and ready to speak about it so that we can have a good discussion about that. So with that being said, please join the Friends of Startup Sen, where anything solely startups, and in case your app is, you know, giving you issues or problems, we discuss that over there. And if you also want to help discuss topics over here, that'll be where we do that. So I was using this to buy time so that we can get the questions in. And again, if you have your hands up, I would definitely call you for you to speak. So if you're interested to ask any question, please do so. But most importantly, reach out to lawyer RHODA and have a detailed conversation. We're not doing those detailed conversations here anymore. The days of those are over, because again, Mami ka wotwi wana me honto me. Ye pese ya boa mo. What you say? Because AI picking your rough from left, right, center. Ye pese boa right now, it's mandatory. We saw that from the previous lawyer, and they say social media handles are mandatory when you're going for interviews in Ghana right now. So a very important say we make everything very, you know, you have to be circumspect with what you say out there, and the social media, the internet never forgets. So be very careful. You may have a legitimate case, but because of one thing that you said, they're ruining everything for you and your family. So please, Vernell Razor says, good evening, everyone. Vernell, good evening to you. Welcome back. Any question, please? Do we have any question? Let me go to, I'm pretty sure Facebook and YouTube are right now screaming for me. And again, this show is recorded live. So in case you have to be somewhere or you join late, we are live on HRE TV, Facebook and YouTube, and also Tap Sen Ghana on Facebook. So please make sure that you are keeping that in mind. Any question? If you're ready to speak, like I said, if you don't know how to use the reaction, just go ahead and type your name and I'll unmute you so that you can ask your question.
Let me also, since people are still thinking about their questions, because I noticed that
you know one thing I like about our people, we will ask. We will ask when the time is up. Near the pound or basic 85 questions. I love that. Bridget says, "Oh, Bridget. So Bridget, I remember Bridget from 2 weeks ago. Can you speak about 79 country ban? What are the options for those affected?" And Daniel, I'll call you very soon.
That's what I was going to talk about while we were waiting. So it's 75 countries. It's not 79, unless they've added 4 more that I don't know about. But 75 countries. Most of them are African countries, unfortunately. As of right now, that suspension is still in place. So let me clarify that, because it's not necessarily a ban. Granted, the way that they're handling it, it's about the same, but that one is a suspension. And what it means is that if you are from any of the 75 countries, you are able to go to an interview. They'll probably schedule you for the interview. You can go if you want to. You'll go and everything might go great and you'll get an approval. But they'll tell you, unfortunately, we have to refuse you because of the proclamation that the Trump administration has put in place, I believe, earlier this year. And so many of the, and I also want to clarify this, people think that if your country's on that 75 country visa issuance suspension, it means that if you're in the United States, you can't apply for anything. That's not correct. That suspension applies only if you find yourself sitting at a U.S. embassy overseas. That's it. It does not apply here, and that's the only suspension list that Ghana is on. Because I have a lot of people who are Ghanaians who are just saying, may change, I'm a Trump every office. That might not be the best thing for you to do, number one, because processing times are getting longer and longer and longer. If you are filing for your, let's say your wife or your husband in Ghana, and you submit the application here, because the process starts here in America. So if you submit the application here, it takes about close to a year and a half just for them to say, yes, we believe that this is your spouse. Just that first part. Before the case moves on to phase 2, before you then wait for an interview in Ghana. And I checked today, Ghana's interview line for waiting line for interviews is about 2 years. I believe they're processing, I think it's in March 2024, or yes, I think March 2024 is the individuals whose cases were considered complete and ready for interview those are the ones being called in for interview from 2024. So if you file today, and it takes about 1.5 years for them to approve step 1, then you move to step 2, which can take about maybe 6 weeks or a few months. You're waiting 2 years for an interview. In 2 years, by God's grace, this administration, or at least the ban, the suspension may not be in place anymore. So if you are eligible, you want to file, please go ahead and file. Please don't let this 75 country thing scare you.
All right. Daniel, can you keep your hand up so that I can unmute you, please? Daniel, I think it was Daniel Dake or something. I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher your last name. There you go. Oh yeah, I was right, Daniel Dake. All right, Daniel, please tell us your name. No, not your name. Tell us where you're calling from. I already got your name and your question.
Okay, so I'm currently calling from Utica, New York.
Oh,
Yeah. I
hey,
mean,
is there a lot of Daniels over there?
I saw about 4 today because I came
Daniel,
just like
Daniel, you're a funny guy.
yeah, I came about 4 days ago,
Oh,
but I saw
okay.
4 today. Yeah, I'm originally at Washington, D.C. That's where I school,
Oh,
but I
okay.
just came here for the summer. Yeah.
Got you. What is your question?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have a question. Because people were not asking questions, I was going to say the news is too good to ask questions. That's why we didn't have questions, but unfortunately,
Oh.
people are asking questions. So
Oh, Daniel,
sorry.
we are used to this. And they always do it. They'll wait till
Okay.
the lawyer when that's ready to leave, then the questions started bombarding. Yeah. But thank you very much. Thank you very much for
Okay.
calling, though. And please don't let this be your last time. Always join us. And also make sure you join both platforms, the HRTV platform and also the Friends of Startups and platforms. In case you have any issues with your app, you can ask. And also the HRTV platform to discuss topics that we want to see you on the show. Thank you very much. So my very biggest nightmare for today, Jaika. Jaika is the one that told me to do the rap freestyle. Jaika says, can you elaborate on the new policy on going to your home country while filing for status update?
Yeah. It's a policy, but it's not a policy. So it came out May 22nd. That was the Friday before Memorial Day. I think around like 10 o'clock in the morning. And there's two things. The memo came out in the morning, but then some of the USCIS spokespeople also put out their own contents on social media in the morning. Most people saw their posting, and the posting said that basically henceforth, anyone who's trying to adjust their status in the United States will be required to go to their country. That's what the posting said. The memo didn't say that. I read the memo. It's only 6 pages. Most of it was copy and paste. So what the memo said was that we are reminding officers. Number one, it was an internal memo. So it's almost like, let's think about your job. You work somewhere, and now they want to change the policy and say henceforth every Friday everyone must wear a green shirt. That's what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a memo for the staff, reminding them that you have the more discretion than maybe you've been using in the past. And what it means in simplicity is that just because PK qualifies for a green card because his marriage to his wife is real, just because PK qualifies for the green card because he came in with his own visa, he came in with his own passport, doesn't mean you have to approve him. That's what the memo said in sum. Just because a person is eligible does not mean that they should be approved here. Rather, the person should explain why they shouldn't go to their country to process there. The memo was telling officers that, consular processing, meaning getting the green card overseas, is the real way that Congress wanted all of us to get our green cards, not adjustment, which is not true because the law says what the law says. So that's what the memo said. And then
I was about to say, if that wasn't the case, then what was the point of the statement of adjustment?
Exactly.
The status of adjustment, yeah.
Exactly. I still think you should be a lawyer, by the way, but okay. But that is exactly the point. And so people saw the postings and got scared and just panicked because that's what they said. The memo didn't say that. So it was a Memorial Day weekend. That Tuesday was the first time that people were actually seeing how this memo was going to be implemented. And so different lawyers who had interviews that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday were explaining that when they went to their interviews, officers started asking some new questions. They were asking questions like, why did you allow your visa to lapse? Or why did you not consider getting your visa overseas? Or why should we not send you, back to your country to get your visa there? Is there any sort of hardship, or more or less, why are you of a benefit? Are you of any economic benefit to this country? That's what we saw from the whenever after Memorial Day until about the 29th. Then the 29th, a week after the announcement came out, the same administration says, oh, wait, sorry, that's not what we meant. You misunderstood us. We weren't saying that the adjustment of status is over. We weren't saying that we're changing policy. We were just reminding our officers that this is something that they can do as well. So it's not what you all thought. It's not.
So who leaked that information?
So funny enough, that's not what we meant. Information is an anonymous person. They didn't disclose their
Identity.
name. Yeah, the reports didn't. But the person who made the initial announcement was the USAI spokesperson. The first announcement, who again,
so you telling me the person probably saw the email and thought that email was for the masses instead of disseminating that email to the subordinates and just came outside to speak.
Somehow they got it to the press, and yes, that person came out to speak, and you can tell that it was, I mean, based on how immigration law works, it's a system, right? There's structure. It goes from 1, 2, 3. It follows the law. There's policies. And the announcement that the spokesperson made was very clear that this person either didn't understand the law or it just was to cause panic. And that's what it did. For that weekend, it caused a lot of panic. By the 29th, it was, they were walking it back and saying that that's not what we meant. Now, all I will tell people is it's a mixture. Some offices are asking the questions, some offices are not asking the questions. But in short, adjustment of status in the United States is still very much a possibility. It's
okay.
Over there.
Very good. Verno asks, why is Ghana not requiring? Oh. No. Oh, yeah. I thought I already read that question because you just answered the one why they're asking people to. Okay, Vernon is asking, why is Ghana now requiring you to have your social media public? This appears to be something new. Thank you for that clarification, RHODA. I think so she asked and answered herself.
Yeah, it's not new per se. So the visitor visa application, the DS-160, that's always asked for your social media handle since pre-COVID.
It wasn't enforced.
No, it was. You couldn't submit. You couldn't hit submit without completing that.
For
a visitor visa. Yeah, that's always been there. Visitor visa has always asked for that.
So how come people never put that information in there, but then still went through interviews to now?
I can't speak for people, but I mean, people pay me to help them, so I'm not going to skip a question. So I feel I complete everything. But as far as my office was concerned, that question has been asked way before what you're hearing now. What is happening now is that they're expanding it to other applications and other forms. So if you were applying for a visitor visa, they asked you. Now they've also extended it to student visas and I believe H-1Bs. And so they're just expanding the application of that rule. But it's been there for some
time. Why the private?
I mean, it's the federal government. I don't know how private your privacy really is. So
Brenda comes back to say, oh my wow. Is it oh my wow? Then Kia says, I filed for my mom in Ghana. Now with NVC, will she still get an interview date? That's for you.
She likely will get an interview date. I don't know when your case became documentarily complete or if it is. If you said it's now with NBC, then you're just in phase 2. There's still some time before you get to phase 3. Will she get an interview? Yes. When will the interview be? Probably in 2 years. If she gets an interview in 2 years and the suspension is not in place and she gets approved, she would get a visa. If she gets an interview tomorrow, she's not getting a visa.
Lily asked the question, but I wasn't sure if Lily's question was in regards to what the Nikia asked. It says, so what is the case in the NVC? I'm not sure what that question means. But an iPhone says, how can you contact the lawyer's telephone number in case you want to get in touch with her directly? Oh, okay, you already responded that.
Yeah.
I like the way he dropped the message. How can you contact your telephone number by calling the telephone number? Ignitia says, hello, I am also in Utica, and we are a lot here Ghanaians. I mean, oh, okay. Okay. All right. Thanks for actually, now we got 2 of them on the show. That's a lot. Okay, Rabbit says, please, I have a question. Now, Rabbit, there's a question here. Oh, now you want me to unmute you? Producer, can you unmute Rabbit for me, please? Success. I like your name. There are more than 200 Ghanaians in you. The you think people are coming at me right now. They're like, share. Be very careful what's in their door. So I remember, boss, just a second. I remember when I first moved to Cincinnati, right? Ghanaian Association, I call party, 150 pay.
Wow.
Yeah, and now it's thousands of
I
us.
was gonna say, I'm sure it's a lot more now.
Yeah, Robert, please tell us where you're calling from. You calling from Utica too?
No, I'm calling from Virginia.
Oh, okay. What part of Virginia? Uncle Jimmy is there.
Woodbridge.
Oh, I think that's close to Uncle Jimmy. Yes. What is your question, please?
So I applied for this N400 for about since I think February. I went for the interview, and then they sent me a message after 1 month that they are processing the case. I waited for about I think 2 months ago, almost 2 months ago, I received another letter that they said the case is being processed. But as of now, I'm not heard anything. So I just want to find out why it's delaying for about 2 months now. Case that is processing.
You filed it in February of this year?
Yes.
It's gonna take at least a year. Yeah.
Yes,
So
it's-
if it says processing, when you say it says processing, are you referring to
It's application is being processed, and as of now, we don't need any information for now.
Yeah. That's standard. That's usual USCIS updates. The processing times for naturalization, so that's what you're applying for. It's roughly between 10 months to a little bit over a year. My office, I'm in Massachusetts, and most of the applicants who are in Massachusetts, their case is taking about a year and a half between filing and getting called for an interview. So it all
No,
depends.
I've already went for the interview.
You went for the interview already?
Yes.
So then what's processing?
I don't know. Initially they said they were reviewing it, and then they sent another letter that is being processed.
How did
So
your
about
interview go?
About 2 months now. The interview, everything went well.
Lawyer, you don't. Why? I think you need to get deeper into this. So
Yeah.
Rob, Charlie, reach out to. Is this the Rob that I know?
Yeah, Robert.
It may not be. I don't want to scare him. It may not be anything. It may not be you, to be honest. But if you said the interview went well and you passed the civics parts, and you know, if I can ask, just for my curiosity, how did you get your green card? Was it through marriage or through like DV lottery?
No, DV lottery.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
It might not be you. It might not be you. Yeah. Presuming you have no children.
I'm a DV lottery since 2009.
Yeah, it might not be you. As long as you have no criminal history, you have no children that you're not taking care of, you're paying your taxes.
Yes.
I'm assuming you're from Ghana, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it may not be you. It might just be an internal thing, but I would need more details about your specific case and know that. But from what you're saying, I don't think it's your case. I don't think it's anything to do with you.
I don't think say any case. I don't think say a normal sir. He should just reach out. Then you guys get to
in February, and they haven't scheduled.
Yeah,
you for
they sent in March. In March, they sent a message that initially in February after the interview, after a month, they sent me a message that they are reviewing the case, and after a month, they send another message that it's being processed. So they don't need the information for now. Any information for now, and about 2 months now, I've not heard anything.
Yeah, it's not you. I had a client who went to interview in December of last year. We went, she was approved. She didn't hear anything. We didn't hear anything at all until April. And that's when they scheduled her for oath ceremony. That was 4 months later. That's what I'm saying. It may not be you. Yeah. I thought you meant you just filed and you're waiting for a decision. But if you've gone for interview already, it's not you. I don't think it's you.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
We're gonna go to the next person. My favorite person for today, Jaika, has a question. Again, I don't know if Jaika is a male or a female, so I'm gonna say they. I'm gonna use the pronoun they. They said, any update on South Africa? And how much Sankwas?
U.S. immigration law.
I'm gonna say, what has South Africa got to do with U.S. immigration law? Okay, maybe. Hold on. I think I'm gonna advocate for Jaika on this one. I'll be a pocket lawyer on this one. South Africa was supposed to get a U.S. visa to come to the World Cup because they're playing first on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
And because of my ball Canada, no, they have 2 games in Canada. I think 1 in the US. No, the last game in the US, no. Oman US there, no. But long story short, they were denied to come when they decided to come to Canada. No, because for you to come to Canada, you have to have both visas, right? It may be on the remember the benefit of the doubt, and maybe that's what he's talking. Not necessarily the xenophobic part, but maybe talk about the players, you know. But I think say they already get Jackan, your grandchild movies are right, so they are coming to play and lose and go home. Thank you very much for the question.
Thank you for the answer.
So again, I don't know if this one is Rahel or Rachel. So Oye Penya Rahel, Oye Akola Rachel. So Rachel Abuaji say, mostly from my knowledge, they ask for social media handles when a follow-up question is connected to your social media for proof. That's what I think. I think say I'm also kind of familiar with what Rachel is saying as well too.
On the VS-160, they've been asking for it since 2019. I think since I
Lily
can't see
said,
how they apply the law. All I know is that they've been asking since 2019.
immigration law, they are not going to coach you or treat one crown. Well, I better transcribe it. Lily says,
ChatGPT understands trio.
or teach you, Lily says, if it's with NVC documentary complete, Lily, come again. Why? Because can you get what she's trying to? Let me read it as is. Or say if it's with. I think if it is with NVC, is the document complete? But what type of documentary?
NVC, no, it is documentarily actually. So NVC does issue a documentarily complete notice when they received everything that they've asked from you.
Oh, so she meant to say documentarily.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what context she's asking, but that is the next step. So after approval in America, it goes to NVC. They will gather documents. Once they have everything they need, they send you documentarily complete. Then you wait for interview. So that documentarily complete date is your place in line for Ghana.
All right. Clement Avoca says, I've been in Pittsburgh, PA for over a year now. I only met 2 Ghanaians so far. Wow. One of them we just met today. I'm having a great time with the show today. Clement,
we all need to
it shall be well. After 25 years, you'll not be saying the same thing. It shall be well. People will come. Again, please, the contact information is Bethel Law Group. The telephone number is 508-439-4445. And the email address is admin@bethellawgroup.com, and Instagram is Bethel Law Immigration. Again, please. And mind you, if you guys are watching this and you have to do the EB part of the immigration stuff, Lawyer Oni is excited and ready to help you out with that. If you don't have the information when you come on the HIDU platform, you'll get all the lawyers that we have over here so that you can reach out to whichever one you find yourself very comfortable with. Marion says, if there was government shutdown, it will take a while. What is in respect to what?
I think she might be speaking regarding the nationalization, but
okay,
yeah, to my knowledge,
that makes sense.
Yeah, government's still working though.
All right, again, don't forget about the HITV platform and also the Friends of Startup Center platform. Marian says, I passed my examination for naturalization last year in November. Congratulations. But did my oath ceremony in April, so the issue could be from backlog. Oh, so in regards to Robert's situation. Okay. Got you.
That sounds about right. That timeline sounds right.
Yeah. Yes, the notice. So what's next? Lily says, what's next? I think Lily was responding to the documentarily complete,
So you wait. So nothing happens. Usually the NBC will send you an email letting you know that the case is complete and you're just waiting. And then the email says that we will work with your embassy to schedule an interview. So whenever there's an availability at the embassy, then you'll get an email telling you when the date is and when to appear and all of that. So nothing happens if it's Ghana, nothing happens for about 2 years.
Abraham question on Amamiakai, something that somebody said a couple months ago. So the person came on the show and his sound was down, all the way down. And he said, "Mo sound you guys need to work on your sound." They come to find out he was the only one that was having that issue. Abraham, I think today our network is very, very good. I've not had any issues. So maybe you should check your network too. It might be from your end. Why? And that's Abraham A. But then again, if anybody else on a more serious note is experiencing, say the network is cutting and out and is not stable, please let us know so that we can rectify that. Samsung SM says, please, what's the update on Visa Lottery winners? Are they scheduling them for interviews?
The DV lottery is paused, I believe, ending of last year, I think maybe October or November or so. There was a shooting that happened in the States. And the funny thing is the person didn't come into the country through DV lottery. They came to the country through F1 as a student. But this administration somehow tied it to DV lottery. I think that's how he became a permanent resident. And so they put a pause on that processing. So as of now, nothing.
Okay. iPhone says, from your experience, how long does it take for a fiancé visa to be issued when the application has been completed? Is the issuance of a fiancé visa quicker than that of a spousal visa?
Depends on the country. Right now, I would say fiance, the process of filing for a fiance is a little faster than spousal right now. And I'm saying that because the first step with the petition, the fiance is moving faster than the spousal. Last I checked, and this was last week, so I can be, it may be different now. But
I
as of
think
last week, I checked.
Marian agreed with you with that. Marian did a follow-up responses from watching 90-day
90-day fiance.
fiancé K1 visa seems to be faster than spousal. What is 90-day fiancé?
So
Is it a show?
Yeah, but it's based on the law actually, because when a person comes into the country on a fiancé visa, they have to get married within 90 days of arriving. So that's where it comes from.
Marian, yes, I'm going to muti antenna na no more for issue ne question seriously. No more or more apply for daily life, All right, Maria, thank you very much for echoing on that. Raymond Eskin says a friend is in a situation where the visa has expired. Hey, Raymond, I'm not gonna complete your question. Please reach out and talk about it. Why? EB2 lawyer only would be because you don't do EB, right? Yeah,
No,
lawyer only is the only lawyer we have on this platform among all the lawyers who runs EB stuff. So please do not hesitate. Click on the HRTV platform and just say you're looking for lawyer Oni's info, and she will even respond to you directly. She's on the platform too. But if you're looking for anything, it has to be families and also immigration stuff. RHODA will help you as well. Or message. No, I didn't go deep, but the more thing. Success. I think so. Right now we have to even vet the messages before we read them, because we are where we did them from memo. You have to vet them before. Okay, H1B and the company has success. Again, the same response to you concerning Raymond. Okay, so reach out and let's just take it from there. All right. Then Maria says, I don't even watch until now, but love these TV dramas. The first she said she loved the drama. No, that's her talent that she's not been using and she's proud of. Maria, you don't have to respond to the question of the day. We already got yours. I've been down because iPhone says I like the fact it says iPhone 17 Pro Max. I've been down call question for. I'll say I am a
green card holder.
Oh, wait, good question. I'm reading aloud. Also, I'm a green card holder and I applied for my daughter who is more than 18 years in 2022. After receiving an email, the case is being reviewed, and if they need anything, they will contact me. But up to now, I haven't heard anything. 2022. Sandra, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say when in 2022, because right now, green card holders said daughter who's 18, who's more than 18. Well, more than 18 is in how old? Because if they're 21, that's different than if they're 20. Because for immigration, the age of an adult is not 18, it's 21. So if your daughter is 21 or older, that's a different process than if she's under the age of 21. But if you're a green card holder and you filed about 2 years ago, if it was late 2022, you might be getting some sort of a response sometime this year. But it all depends on when in 22, because green card holder petitions are taking some time. They are.
Okay. Well, Abraham, Clement Avoca came to confirm what you're saying, said the network actually sometimes shakes. So you have a point there. We'll see to that and rectify it. But usually I do get a glitch on this side, even looking at the screen and stuff like that. But thank you very much. These are the feedbacks that help us to grow and get better. iPhones says my husband is watching in Ghana currently. Hi husband, how are you doing? Hey,
Wait.
hey, Asemo. Dr. Aduna Emre. My husband, husband, I take my greetings back. My husband is waiting in Ghana currently, waiting for interview in Accra. We were documentarily qualified April 2024, and the queue is currently at March 2024. As of June 2nd, just last week on, NVC may be contacting him soon for interview. Should he go, or will he just be refused anyway because of the ban, and then we will have to start all over again if he attended? That's a very, very good question.
It's a good question. So, and the answer depends on you, honestly. Depends on the lawyer that you ask. Some will say go ahead and attend the interview. I mean, you're going to be ultimately refused. Others will say ask to reschedule it. So it comes down to what you want to do. What will happen when this ban or the suspension is lifted likely will be they'll reach out. They may have to do another interview again. You'll definitely need a new police certificate because those expire after 6 months. But it's up to you as to whether you should go or whether you want to just reschedule it. So it depends on who you ask.
All right. Kenny Joshua has a similar question in terms of education. He wants to know, do I have to decline my admission to a university in the US because of the visa restriction to not waste visa application fee? I like this guy.
Wait, but there's no suspension or ban effect. I'm assuming, is it Joshua, is from Ghana. There's no suspension or ban affecting student visas in Ghana. The suspension is only immigrant visas, people who are coming here.
So tourists and students can still go.
Yeah, tourists and students and every other visa. It's fine except for immigrants visa for Ghana. Now, if Joshua is from a different country, then yes, it depends. But if it's Ghana, the only suspension that affects any visas are immigrant visas.
Yeah, but I like the fact that he doesn't want to waste that application fee. I joined a little bit, so I didn't really get everything. Kenny, we are still gonna be recorded on HRE TV, both Facebook and YouTube, and also Tataps in Ghana on Facebook. So please, any of those platforms will give you the full recordings. iPhone says, hi family, hi iPhone. And Zoom user says, I'm an RN as an international student. How do I get work authorization to work in the United States?
So you're an international student. Forget the RN part. You're an international student.
No, lawyer RHODA. RN into Jezao.
No, because my thing is, it doesn't make
no, for the RN is
no disrespect. I know what you've worked for it. Trust me, my mother's a nurse, so I get it. You worked for it. But from the perspective of immigration, they don't.
Which RN your family visa?
Well, it depends. But right, she said she's an international student and she wants to work. International students and working does not go together unless you have shown that you have economic hardship. So you've told your school that you need to work because you can't make ends meet, and your school has given you the necessary paperwork, and you've gone to USCIS to ask them for authorization to work. That is how you are supposed to go through as a student. I'm saying that because I don't think most people realize this, but ICE is the agency that controls that SEVP program for international students. So when you become an international student, your school usually gives you an I-20. That agency, that database is controlled by ICE. And so if you commit any sort of immigration violation, they know, right? If you go and work without authorization, or you do something and you're in violation with your school has to report to them and they will know. So that's why I'm saying forget the RN. Let's just focus on you being a student, because your ability to maintain status is what will keep you here, and the RN will eventually matter. If you find an agency or a hospital or a company that wants to file for you as an RN, you have a lot of opportunities. But that's only if you don't violate your status. That's why I'm focusing on the international student part.
All right. Well, your associate lawyer, Marian.
At this point, I should hire her, right?
Yeah, and Maria, you better come to the show every week, because the way you are contributing and helping us answer these questions is very, very enormous. Also, my friend was also over 21 when her parents filed for her, and her case has taken a long time as well. They filed in 2021. Okay. iPhone says, please just came in late on the show. My name is, and any updates of immigration because October is my court date. Yes, there is an update. The lawyer gave us an update already.
Oh
We
my
are
goodness, if you have court, I mean, you want, is it a master? Is it an individual hearing? Please don't play with courts, especially
Yeah.
not now. Especially not now.
So reach out to her and just talk to her about it. We got 7 minutes left to wrap up the show. Marian says, but they need nurses too. Marian, we are fighting for nurses. Lawyer is also fighting for nurses. But also say, as I say, fufu sika you find to cement, you know. I read, and yeah, I read another baby chain. Zoom user says, thank you, lawyer. I appreciate it. You acknowledge to that. I want to say thank you very much for really coming and just, dissecting this over, and you just, kind of dug a hole and put yourself in it, which is the yes. So hopefully we'll see you in July to give us updates concerning the childbirth citizenship updates, so that we can see what's going on with that. And those of you who have kids over here, post the amendment or whatever it is, we'll take it from there. And we want to say thank you very much. It's very difficult to get hold of you about it, and I want to say thank you very much. Anytime we reach out to you, you do not turn your back against us. You are always available, and make it to us. So make it up to us. So we want to say thank you very much. It's very exciting to see you again. And I will let some
Have you seen
song
the questions coming in?
yeah, I was trying to ignore it, but I got 6 minutes into me ignore it.
I'm like, as I'm leaving, it's okay.
Yeah, I love that. It's all we can yeah. It's be best 45. That's what you na on my typing on more train. Onya ma send a message na no mumia send. Zoom user says, is it safe for unaspired student visa to be I
Oh,
think
to
say
go to Ghana.
to go to Ghana and return back safely without any immigration restrictions?
I won't say you can't travel. You said unexpired student visa. If you're still enrolled in school, your I-20 is still valid. Should be fine. Just assess if the trip is absolutely necessary. But yeah, people are traveling. Wouldn't say- You haven't said anything that will make me think you
When
can't.
you get to Ghana and there's a new law made behind you. But hold on. Hypothetically, if should be the case, I'm still currently a student. Would that law still impact me, even though say it was made in my absence and I'm already enrolled? Wouldn't it be for those that are post the law? Hey,
Well, depends on the law. Depends on how it's applied. If it's retroactive, meaning it's going back.
oh, retroactive is getting everybody.
Right. Yeah, but if it's not, going back, then it depends. But the only people who are guaranteed entry into the United States are U.S. citizens. If you're not a U.S. citizen, even if you have the visa, the I-20, they can tell you no for any reason. So, yeah.
All right. Samsung asks, is Ghana still banned?
Ghana's not banned.
The partial, I think we're on a partial thing, right? For immigration.
No, we're not. We're not banned. Ghana
We're
is
not?
just not issuing immigrants visas. That's it. I want to say, I'm saying that because it's a difference.
I thought saying Ghana you can only get a tourist and any other thing was just open, but an immigrant visa was on a hold.
Yes, it's on. It's a.
It's on the pause, but it's not banned.
Okay, yeah. So we'll put it that way. I'm saying that because people know the ban, the travel ban, meaning that nothing. You're not getting anything. So I don't want to say Ghana is banned because it makes it sound as though people can't do anything at all, and people from Ghana can't do anything at all. So the only thing you cannot get is an immigrant visa.
Okay. Well, guys, I'm gonna just be reading the question till exactly 7:15, and I'll wrap it up. So, if your question gets to make way through, that's fine. Max says, can an international student that has an approved EB2 and has not started adjustment of status travel outside the USA?
It depends on what their current status. International student. Oh, okay, so if they're still valid, yeah. Well, are you still in school? Is your I-20 valid? I have those questions, but if yes, then it's a lot like Zoom users question. As long as you have valid status and your visa is valid, then yes, you can travel if you absolutely want to, but understand that simply having a visa does not guarantee they'll allow you to enter the United States. I think There was a news about the Ghanaian, pregnant Ghanaian lady that was held at the airport, in DC about 2 weeks ago. She
Oh
had a
wow.
visa, right? She had a visa. So simply having a visa doesn't mean that they will allow you to enter. So just balance whether this trip is necessary.
All right. Success. I think Success will have to contact you for this. A friend won the U.S. lottery before COVID, and after that, he called the office at Kentucky, who was processing his documents, and they said because of the pandemic, they can't locate his information. Wow. What kind excuses, Benny?
Yeah. And DV lottery is time sensitive. It has a clock to it.
Yeah,
So
and the but the information is centralized. So what do you mean by say want to be located? Is there any way we can track it back? Even if you track your crap, it's still expired. Yeah. And the sad part about DV lottery is once you win one time, you can't win again. Oh, we need to cry. You bet you with the FSO.
really?
Yeah, you can't win DV lottery twice.
Okay. Unless that's changed. I know people who have, granted, that was a long time ago.
Oh yeah. What kind right now the Ghana we say by US no. Maybe.
Not too shading Ghana Airways.
Nashiru Inusa Adam says, why NVC keep rejecting birth certificates even though approved all documents?
Good question. That happens a lot to Ghanaians, and I've noticed.
Oh
that
wow.
it's only-
Never heard about this my first time.
Yeah. So you're submitting a birth certificate that's late registered. I'm almost 100% sure that your birth certificate was probably printed out maybe 10 years after you were born. And right now, NVC is requesting two versions of your birth certificate. So if you have the one that, either handwritten or the one that they print out for you, they want something like either your weighing card or your early medical records or early school records, because they want to, verify that your date of birth is what you've said it is. You give birth to a child and then you go and get your birth certificate 20 years later, right? Anybody can change your date of birth. And so they want to make sure that if your birthday is September 2nd, your medical records when you were a baby says that, your weighing card says that, your early school record says that, so that they know that your birthday is what you're actually saying. So if they're rejecting it, it's because you're not giving them the documents that they're looking for.
Okay. Ivan said, please, is master hearing? Did you I think you said something about what type of hearing it was.
So it's your first hearing, it sounds like. Get a lawyer. Let's, call my office. I'd be more than happy to help you depending on your circumstance. But immigration court, it's not what you want to play with right now. Right now, they're doing, mass hearings where they'll do, before it used to be one by one by one. Now it's just a whole bunch of people come in and they're just moving them out like an assembly line. So before you know it, you could be facing removal and they can have an order out on you. So just get my office.
Okay. It's 7:15, so I'm only gonna take this last question. And I'm gonna wrap. And this is from user. User says, what about T visa for independent? He has been approved with the A number, but the visa hasn't been approved yet.
There's usually a backlog for T visas, T visas, U visas. So T for trafficking. There's usually a backlog.
Okay. All right. Director, can you please sign out our very own for us? That's director's signature in the email, right? Today we're gonna be having a show with our very own PK. I don't know why he always keeps saying our very own.
That's his line.
I like that line. I always read it. I was like, okay, our very own. Director, director. Hey, my dad was on the show. I didn't even know that. I just saw that he just ends it out. Director A-Class and also Director Danny, can you guys please give a sign out message so that we can wrap up the show? All right. User says thank you very much. I will contact you. If director is not here, Uncle Jimmy, can you please sign out for us? If not, then I'll have to.
Yeah, doctor. Yeah, lawyer, on behalf of our choice customers, we say big thank you for such a wonderful presentation tonight. We appreciate you and we'll be looking forward for next month. Thank you and have a blessed good night.
Thank you so much. Thank
And
you.
and thank you, RHODA. Please, when JICA calls your office and use the name JICA, make sure you give them a discount for being an associate lawyer.
Sure, I'll send you the bill, no problem.
Okay. On that note, Jackan, please don't go ask for discounting. Yeah. Well, I want to say thank you very much for coming. God bless you for all that you do. And to our viewers, I want to say thank you guys very much for taking time out of your busy schedule, meeting out here with us so that we can get ourselves informed about the updates. Couple weeks ago, we had update from Lawyer Oni, and today Lawyer RHODA is giving us different updates as well. So this tells you that day in, day out, there are new updates coming in. Is the need for us to actually basically embrace that and also make sure we make our steps ordered rightfully so that we do not falter in these updates that are coming. God bless you all, and God bless you guys very much for being an absolute supporter of HITV and also Tatapsen. And right here on the show Time with Tatapsen, I am your host, Dr. PK OFORI-ASENSO, and big shout outs to my producer, Nana Lord, and GD Pedersen for making this show a successful one. Big shout outs to Jaika and also to all of you guys wherever you are. Baby, I will be on check I'm gonna hand over the show to Uncle Jimmy while